Mummy eating. In medieval and Renaissance Europe, one of the most bizarre health practices involved consuming the remains of ancient Egyptian mummies. Ground-up mummies were believed to have powerful healing properties, and people would ingest them, rub them on wounds, or mix them into drinks to treat anything from headaches to internal bleeding. But this practice was not limited to the desperate. The members of royalty also took part in this practice. And why mummies, you might ask? Well, the confusion stemmed from a mistranslation of the Arabic word mumia, which originally referred to the medicinal resin found in nature and not actual human remains. But the Europeans did not know this. They mistakenly believed that mumia came from the preserved bodies themselves, and this misunderstanding sparked a gruesome trend. And now, historians believe that we would have countless of Egyptian mummies if not for these people savoring every bite of them. Toothache, here's a dead mouse. In ancient Egypt, whenever someone had dental pain, it was met with an unsettling solution: a dead mouse. People believed that grinding a mouse into a paste and applying it into the gums could alleviate toothaches. Why? Well, the whole idea was pretty simple. They believed that rot could actually fix rot, like they sort of cancel each other out. Sometimes the mouse was even roasted before smearing it into the mouth. And while you might think that this practice was exclusive to the Egyptians, it actually spread and persisted, reaching even the Romans. There, they would get the brains of these mice and mush them into a paste where they would use them as an ingredient for their toothpaste. But to warn you, the mouse brain isn't the most disgusting ingredient in this toothpaste, which brings us to our third item in this list: human urine. Yeah, you heard that right. They used human urine as an ingredient for their toothpaste, and sometimes they even use it as a mouthwash alone. And why, you might ask? Well, the Romans used this due to its ammonia content, which is known to have better cleaning properties. This practice was common enough that Rome imported large amounts of Portuguese human urine especially for this purpose. And as you can imagine, urine became a key ingredient in early toothpaste recipes when combined with herbs, crushed mouse brains, and honey. People believed it not only cleaned their teeth but also kept their breath fresh. The gladiator's blood. If the use of human urine wasn't gross enough, Roman health beliefs reached extreme levels to the point of consuming gladiator's blood. After combat, spectators would rush into the arena to drink the warm blood of the fallen gladiators, believing it could cure epilepsy. Some went even further, consuming the body parts like the liver for supposed added benefits. This practice was so entrenched that even after the gladiator fights were banned, Romans turned to the blood of executed criminals instead. Back then, people believed that the effectiveness of this was tied to the power of the recently deceased. And when a few patients got better, it probably strengthened this harsh idea. In effect, Roman medicine blurred the line between ritual and survival, the cow dung of death. And now we have reached the grossest thing in medical treatment history. This story is about Heraclitus, a pre-Socratic Greek philosopher that suffered from dropsy, a condition involving severe swelling due to fluid retention. Seeking a cure, he decided to bury himself in cow manure, likely hoping the heat would draw the fluid out of its body. But unfortunately, his plan ended in a disaster. According to ancient sources, after covering his body with manure, he laid outside in the sun to dry. However, the dung covering made him unrecognizable, and he was eventually eaten by dogs. Now that concludes our video. More exciting content is on its way, so don't forget to subscribe to see them.